And good morning, welcome to Today at the Races here at Laurel Park, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter with our odds maker, Keith Fusel, on another beautiful day here for President's Day weekend. And today, Keith, is actually President's Day. Happy President's Day to you.
Thank you, Stan. Appreciate it.
Who's your favorite president of all time?
I really don't have one, to be honest with you. There's nothing that
They're
can
all
influence
overrated.
Me. You know, the way my life is, I just try to get by each and every day. I don't think it's going to be a big enough impact on me.
Right.
Yeah,
but
my day-to-day operations.
Well, like the Orioles, they used to have an opening day at home every year before the Nationals came around because they were the closest, obviously, to D.C., so they would try to get the presidents there for opening day. So maybe we'll get a visit from President Trump here on one of our President's Day here at Laurel Park. But we do have live racing, 9 live races, nice carryover today. Before we get into that, we'll show you why we have that nice rainbow Pick 6 carryover today. Almost 20,000 as Saturday. We had a huge day here, and we're going to show you the replays once again. It was our local jockeys that won the race, so they're all watching in the jocks room.
Okay.
We'll give them another little highlight here, as it was Horacio Caramanos in High Ridge Road that would rally to win the Grade 2 Barbara Fritchie on Saturday. Caramanos aboard for Linda Rice. There he is on the outside, gets rolling here, and he's going to get up by about a nose over the Michelle Nevin train By the Moon. Caramanos, one of our top riders. This was the second victory he had in the Grade 2 Barbara Fritchie.
These two might just carry on a little rivalry, from here.
Yeah, and then let's show the Julian Pimentel win again in the Grade 3 General George on Saturday. Imperial Hint. Pimentel aboard for a new young trainer from Parks, Luis Carvajal. Let's see if I got that name right, but nonetheless, Imperial Hint ran lights out, a $7.60 winner. 2 ticks off the track record win, and let's see, 21-1, I believe, the final time for the General George. Yeah, 21-1. So Horacio Caramanos takes the Fritchie. Julian Pimentel takes the General George.
Imperial Hint took pressure early, kept on going, just kept stalwalking due today. A 105 buyer figure preliminary there for Imperial Hint.
So on Saturday, we had a record handle, almost $5 million in handle on Saturday. The race before the Fritchie and the General George was an upset as Bodie Satva at a big price won the John B. Campbell. So I think that's why we still have the carryover today in the Rainbow Pick 6. Let's show you that. It's almost 20,000 carryover today, $19,702 for that Rainbow Pick 6 carryover. Starts in race 4 today. Don't get shut out. I have a $38.40 ticket. And I like my ticket for the Pick 6 today, starting in race 4. We tried it yesterday, got what, 5 out of 6?
5 out of 6. Yeah, we got beaten one race, but all in all, a pretty decent effort.
Yeah,
this is a tough little go round too. I have a late Pick 4 ticket. You know, a little bit more than I usually like to put on the show. $60 ticket. We'll get to that later, but. Not huge fields, but not easy at all. Last race, it could be anybody's race.
Right. All right. Well, don't get shut out. Somebody might sneak away with a big pot of money with a small ticket in that Rainbow Pick 6. So it's President's Day racing. We hope you have the day off and you can come out here and enjoy this beautiful weather we have here in February for Laurel, Maryland. No racing, no live racing coming up on this Friday. Will be simulcast only on Friday, February 24th. Live racing will resume next weekend, Saturday and Sunday here at Laurel Park. Hey, if you're a student and you're thinking about having a career in horse racing, well, attention all college students. Saturday, March 4th is for you. Learn more about Maryland's thriving thoroughbred industry while exploring different career possibilities in the various realms of this expanding business. We're going to have 3 nice speakers here for you for this. Dan Torgman from America's Best Racing. Stacy Clark-Rogers is an Emmy Award winning producer. She's also with the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance. Stacy Clark-Rogers will be here. And also Joe Clancy, who's an Eclipse Award winning writer, editor of the Mid-Atlantic Thoroughbred magazine. Those are 3 speakers we'll have here for the Students on Track Career Initiative, Saturday, March 4th. A lot of colleges around here, and Keith, we went to a college around here, Towson University. We both turned out all right, and trying to get some more young people in the game. Jimmy McHugh giving us the look over there.
Gabby from Towson.
Gabby Gaudette, Maggie Wolfendale from Towson.
Yeah, so they've produced quite a few like us, and wouldn't it have been nice if we could get the signal into the student union over there at Towson? That would be good. Couple self-service machines. We'd be ready to roll.
University of Maryland has a big equine studies program down there. They're breeding horses and foaling horses on campus at the University of Maryland. Of course, Kevin Plank from the University of Maryland, he's largely involved in horse racing. But how about maybe a little equine horse racing program up at Towson University? Me, you, Gabby, Maggie, they all came from Towson. Keith Mills came from Towson. He's a big horse racing guy. So maybe Towson University might have a little horse racing program one day.
I mean, we're going to need some new chart colors probably. We got a few long in the tooth, no doubt about it, heading out for retirement. Maybe we can talk to the guys down at Equibase and the Jockey Club. Bill and I will go over and teach chart calling 101. That'd be perfect.
Well, it's a science to it. It's not easy, and especially not easy to do it 9 races a day. To have the consistency, the high quality that you and Willard have, day in and day out, every race each day. So we're lucky we have you guys here, and a long day. You must be numbers running around in your head, calling the charts and then making the odds as well. Tough to do both.
It is tough, and I wake up the next day, thankfully, and I try to remember what happened the day before. I've got to go back and look because it's tough. You've got so much stuff running in and out of your brain. It's not an easy job. People think it's easy. A couple of people have come up recently, and I hope they appreciate a little bit what we try to do and put forth out there as a product to help the bettors. I mean, that's huge. I mean, we're here to help the gamblers. In turn, they help the handle, and that's what we want.
Absolutely. All right. Well, good chance for some young kids to get involved in the game Saturday, March 4th here. And, the big Saturday, of course, this year will be the 3rd Saturday in May, the second jewel of the Triple Crown, the People's Race, the People's Party. It's the 142nd Preakness Stakes this year, Saturday, May 20th. Get your tickets now. All the seats sold out last year. And don't forget, the day before the Preakness, of course, is Black-Eyed Susan Day on Friday, May 19th. And, of course, we have the Pimlico Special that day as well. The 2 best days of the year for Maryland horse racing, May 19th and May 20th. Go to Preakness.com for all your tickets and information about the 142nd Preakness Stakes just right around the corner. Ella Reeb, a big-time Triple Crown hopeful, trains right here at Laurel Park with trainer Cal Lynch. Of course, he had a big work on Saturday morning. We showed you that over the weekend. We'll keep close eyes on Ella Reeb as we get close to the Triple Crown. They have a big Preakness prep down there at Churchill a couple weeks before the Preakness, so we'll have all the coverage for you about that. Also, mark your calendars here. We don't have a board for it yet, but we will soon. Fantasy Owners Experience, Owners Day celebration, Saturday, March 18th here at Laurel Park for prospective owners looking to get into the business. We have a cool giveaway for all the fans as well. It's kind of an owners celebration day, owners and breeders celebration day, and teach you how to get into the game as an owner or a breeder. This is going to be Saturday, March 18th. A cool giveaway as well for all the fans. It's going to be like a fan appreciation day. We have long sleeve Laurel Park t-shirts for you Saturday, March 18th as well. So feel the thrill of thoroughbred ownership as it's a joint venture between the Maryland Horse Breeders, the Maryland Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association, and the Maryland Jockey Club. Fantasy Owners Day, Saturday, March 18th here at Laurel Park. Let's show you the carryover one more time here. Almost 20,000 in that Pick 6 carryover today, starting in race 4. I have a ticket for it. We'll get to that in race 4. Let's show you the track conditions real quick. Beautiful day. We'll be fast. I think yesterday a lot of closers coming out in the middle of the track were the winners yesterday. Would you agree?
Yeah, for the most part, it's holding. We saw another race where horse was kind of pretty much up close to the lead. I still think it's maybe slightly favoring the closers, but track still dead inside, dead on the rail, right on the rail. They seem to be avoiding, so the jockeys seem to be avoiding, so maybe 3-path, 4-path, your best place to get situated before you make your run. But beautiful. I mean, the water trucks have been out. Tracks looks in nice shape today, and there you go, passing, coming through the wire now.
And then you see that turf course. You see some green.
Yes,
you see some green on that turf course. We've had turf races in the past in March, and a good chance we could have the turf course up and going again this March with the beautiful winter weather we've been having here at Laurel Park. So we're about 61 minutes out for the first race at 12:30 today. 63 and sunny, fast track. First post 12:30, and race 1 kicks off the early pick 5. Both pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Your best bet with that industry low 12% takeout. No carryover in the late pick 5 today. The early pick 5 is a mandatory payout starting in race 1. I have a ticket for you, a $36 play for that early pick 5. Let's show it. There we go. 2 deep in the opener, going with the 2. Phase the Nation. She's trying to get her 4th win in a row for the Phil Schoenthal barn. I'll use the 5, though. A 10-1 shot from the always dangerous Benny Perkins Jr. barn. Fergal Lynch aboard this 3-year-old filly, the 5 Ty B. So using 2 horses in the first race, going 3 deep there in races 2 and 3. Then I'll go 4 deep in a wide open nickel 3 life race for the 4th. And then race 5, I'm going to key on this Kieran McGee horse, Bohemi Dalavi, dropping from 2 other than optional 28,000 condition into this open 15. Fergal Lynch aboard 7-2. I'll key on the 8, Bohemi Dalavi. And I think you and I knew, but we saw another example yesterday, Keith, how tough our 2 other thens in the $25,000 levels are when we saw the Shakenator dropping from that level to get the money when you win for fun today in that open 15.
Yeah, ran to the 15 and a good ride, a well-timed move, and a good hustling ride from the 3/8 pole. Shakenator was able to sustain and win clear in that race. And you see that little subtle drop. Kieran's been deadly with that drop over the last several years.
All right, so I'll key my early pick 5 on the 8, Bohemi Dalavi in race 5 for all you astute handicappers out there. There's the Laurel Park water truck going by right now as we speak, watering the inside of the racetrack. A lot of water going down there on the inside of the racetrack here as we're about 60 minutes out for today's open. Let's get right to it. Race 1's 3-year-old fillies claiming 25,000, going 6 furlongs. We do have a scratch of the 6, Trudy's Lucky, so no rolling super high 5 here in the opener, but this race does kick off the early daily double and early pick 5, and I'll go with the 2, Phase the Nation. Good looking Cal Nation filly here for trainer Phil Schoenthal. She's won her last 3 in a row, last 2 right at this level with Steve Hamilton, and we have a video spotlight here of this runner.
Yeah, Phase the Nation really rolling right now. A little stumble out of the gate last time, but that didn't deter her at all. She was able to recover. We're going to see it again there. A little stumble from the 4-hole. Easily recovered and moved up, and Stan just stalked the pace in hand. You see her out there 4 deep, the place to be on the 28th of January. She just kind of cruises up. Cotton Eye Jim, I was a little surprised to see Cotton Eye Jim up on the front end, a bid between horses for Trudy's Lucky, was scratched out of this race today. But Hamilton, just ultra confident, moving to the quarter pole, takes a peek back over his right shoulder, doesn't see really any kind of threats, sets her down head of the stretch, and she just goes away nicely to win off by 4. Just well managed by Phil Schoenthal over the last year. Phil Schoenthal, 26% with 3-year-olds over the last year. So manages them perfectly, right back at you. A little shortening the 6 shouldn't bother her one bit.
And the barn, Schoenthal, the Schoenthal barn on a roll so far this year. 21% winners here. He's one of the leading, he's in the top 5 leading trainers. You get Steve Hamilton, the crafty veteran rider. He's atop the rider standings as well. Any worry about the inside post, or I think we have confidence here in Cowboy. He'll get to the outside turner for home.
She looks with a clean break. She's tactical enough against this field. There's not a whole lot of speed. He'll be able to put her in position, barring any real kind of catastrophe early, and stalk and pounce. Heaven's Door, I think she draws the rail again. Was beaten the last 2 times by Phase the Nation. Real gritty effort, though, last time. I like the way she rated from the inside, tipped out, kept on gamely to earn the place, shortens up again today. I think she's going to be sent out and very well could be on the lead in this race.
Benny Perkins, always very dangerous. New Jersey bred here for the 5 Ty B, 3-year-old filly by Wicked Rich. She broke her maiden impressively here at Laurel back in early December at the maiden 10 level. She's been has some time off since then, been freshened, some works up there at Parks. I like the confident move, stepping up to 25 here for the comeback race. You get Fergal Lynch aboard. She likes to come from off the pace from the 5-hole. You like this horse as well here, the 5 Ty B.
A little protect move, jumps back up, a bigger jump, as you say, but she won clearly on this racetrack. She hasn't been seen for a while, but a couple okay maintenance works at Parks. A little protect move, maybe seeing those Jersey races in the future.
All right, looks like Keith and I like the same top 4 there in race 1 to kick off that early pick 5 with the mandatory payout. Race 2 kicks off the early pick 4. 3 pick 4s for you this afternoon, starting in races 2, 4, and 6. We're going 7 furlongs here for the second race. Maiden claiming 25,000, filly and mares, and I'll go with the 3, Preppy. First time in the barn here for Willie Key. Gets a 7 pounds off with the apprentice Jomor Torres, and she's been running up there at Aqueduct. An okay second last out against a maiden $40,000 level early December on the inner dirt up there at Aqueduct. She's had some time off since then. I think well spotted this maiden race today.
Yeah, could be tough, no doubt. A little drop. The 7 furlongs should be an okay distance. Double Sharp gets major help because Brenda Bella scratched. So Double Sharp, who I originally didn't have on top, I'm going to think she's going to run a little bit better here, gets the speed. She should probably be able to dictate going from maiden special weight to maiden claim. But let's try a little bit better price, though, in the 4 Photo Gallery. Tim Woolley, a good ROI trainer over the last several years, a positive ROI no matter what he runs on, whatever surface. We haven't seen this filly since November, but hey, the mare Picture Gallery was 10 for 34 on the dirt, is half to a 14-time dirt winner. Photo Gallery, just trying to look at it and get a little bit of a price. I was hoping Brenda Bella stayed in. Double Sharp, though, is going to be tough. Snow Queen, maybe that last race picked her head up, stand on the drop from maiden special weight to maiden 25, gets a little extra ground. Any kind of run towards her debut, like her debut in October, she buries this field with that kind of run. I don't know what happened. I don't know what caused the regression, but a little bit better last time out.
Yeah, you make a good point on your top pick here, the 4 Photo Gallery. I like this 5-year-old mare a little bit too. The barn coming off this kind of layoff recently from a 10-horse sampling, 30% with a nice positive ROI over $13. So yeah. Tim Woolley, he can win with this kind of move with a nice price. Sure. So Steve Hamilton, good shot maybe to take the early double here. That's a nice price you're getting there on that runner. We like the same 4 horses again there in race 2. Let's turn the page. Race 3, claiming 5,000. Everyone 2 lifetime, going 6 furlongs, scratch to 1. Win Wish and the 7 Troy Story. So no, and the 8 LG Crash. So no super high 5 wagering here in the 3rd race. I'll go with the 4 on top here. Drive at Night. Fergal Lynch aboard here for trainer Damon Dill DeVico. A good 3rd at the mile level. Last time I loved the cutback here to 6 furlongs. This horse should be dead fit. Likes to come from off it. Fergal Lynch aboard once again today.
My only concern is the speed is scratched out of this race. With Win Wish, I thought was going to offer a little bit of flow, as was LG Crash. But all things being equal, these horses are going to probably be pretty close together, I would think. Maybe 5 or 6 lengths separating around the turn. Interfire, I just think, is doing well now. 2 good tries with the blinkers. A maiden score back in November, a Buyer of 57, was good enough to get it done. I think he gets the jump on Drive at Night.
All right, I like the 5. You get 7 pounds off with the apprentice Jen Miller. I have that one in my top 4. The 2 Sultry Encounter I'll throw in the mix there for the Rodney Jenkins barn. Katie Davis with a nice win in the opener yesterday on a big price for that Robin Graham horse.
Yes, 30 to 1 shot. This horse is hung wide. Might be able to this horse is probably going to be forward off of that last race. Internals 22 and 3:46 and 4, quick enough for this group. The Iron Bank, kind of a stranger here for trainer Hubert Gaffney. But the 3-back tri-pen was okay. Whisper Lane, the 2nd place finisher, came back to run an estate-bred race and ran okay for 10,000. Might go ahead and set sail from the outside with Charlestown rider Louis Batista.
All right, let's get a quick commercial break. When we come back, today's Rainbow Pick 6 starts in race 4. The carryover is almost 20,000. Don't get shut out. We'll be right back.
The all-new Laurel Park is beyond your expectations. Feel the anticipation.
Is this long shot?
Witness the speed. Experience the thrill.
All right, welcome back. Today the race is presented by Fidelity First. Keith Fustel, Stan Salter. We're live here at the Laurel Park paddock, getting you ready for today's Rainbow Pick 6, starting in race 6 today. Almost 20,000 in that carryover. They put a good amount of new money in there yesterday. Today, with everybody having off for President's Day, close to around 10,000 new money in there today. So it has a shot at being over that $30,000 range. And I have a small ticket, and I did this kind of on purpose. I have a $38.40 ticket. Normally I'll spend a little more on the pick 6, but you could possibly take down a big pot of money with a small ticket. I know some of the pick 6 players are starting to pay attention now and starting to play this, but you can still sneak away with a nice score here in the pick 6 if you have the 6 winners. So I'll go 4 deep in race 4, so nickel 3 life using 4 runners in here, then just 2 deep for races 5, 6, 7, in 8. My best bet today does come in race 6, the 7 Stolen Love at 7-2. Victor Karofsky aboard for the leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez. But I'll use the 1 in that race as well, Power Nap, who was just very sharp in victory here against Allowance Company back in January for Tom Morley. So just 2 deep in races 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'll go 3 deep there in race 9. A very affordable $38.40 play for today's Rainbow Pick 6.
It's a good thing the kids were off school today. I was able to ask them for a couple bucks. I tapped out yesterday. I got 20 from each of them. We're going to try to run it up. So I had to strong arm them a little bit, but we've got a couple bucks to go ahead and attack, and we're going to try the late pick.
And how about on Saturday? They didn't hit the jackpot, but they still 6 out of 6 for I guess a couple players on Saturday returned 5,100. So it's still worth it. Even if you don't get the whole 30,000, you can still get a nice payoff if you have to share it with other people. Let's take a look here at race 4, 7 furlongs, claiming 5,000. Everyone 3 lifetime. Race 4 also kicks off the middle pick 4. Scratch the 1, JR Jelly Bean. The 1A does run. Scratch the 3, Tis Unbeatable. And that's it here for this race. So I end up on the outside here. My price play of the day, the 8 Thought Partner from the Hugh McMahon barn. Blinkers off here. Katie Davis, who had that big price winner yesterday in the opener. I love the cutback from the 2-turn races. Well, 3-turn race last out at Charlestown. The race 2 back here at this level at Laurel Park was in the mud. This horse 0 for 2 in the mud, so let's draw a line through that race the day after Christmas. But you look at the race going a mile December 4th here at Laurel at this nickel 3 life level. A good third that day. Danny, my boy, who won the race, came back to win. So I love the cutback in distance here to 7 furlongs, and I think from the outside post with Katie Davis, this horse is dangerous here for trainer Hugh McMahon.
Yeah, this horse looks like a little bit of a chaser at the route of ground. The 7 could be just what the doctor ordered, but she's going to have to rate and make that well-timed move, like you say, what she did on Robin Graham's horse yesterday, because there is some other speed in the race. You've got Unbridled Hero just to the inside. Got away poorly last time. I think he's going to show some good speed, as well as Legend Keeper. Patrick Rocks, I'm going to go back to him again. I've been chasing this horse. I think 7. I know he's 0 for 3 to distance. Looks like the right kind of distance. He had an excuse last time behind Legend Keeper. Tis Unbeatable. He was scratched. With a good enough break, I think at the 7 furlong distance, he can get somewhere in position by the 3/8 pole and make a run. It's been a long time since a win for this guy. I'm going to use him as well as Andy's Love. This is a drop here. 9th. That group last time hunting the holidays, 10 Hut, they all come home better than this field and ran okay. Showed a little bit of late life after being angled out. The drop might just get this horse over the top. Had some tactical speed going longer.
All right, get Brian Pedroza there for Jerry Robb. So we're both Keith and I going for a nice price here in a wide open nickel 3 life to kick off the Rainbow Pick 6. Almost 20,000 in that carryover. Race 5 starts the late pick 5, no carryover, but an industry low 12% takeout. Nice payout in the pick 5 yesterday with no carryover. 6 furlongs wide open, claiming 15,000. Philly Amaris 4 and up. I'll go with the 8 on top. You like this horse as well. Bohemi Dilavi, sharp drop in class from that upper level allowance race to this open 15. Fergal Lynch aboard. She's 0 for 5 here at Laurel Park, but coming out of a tough race last out where she didn't do any running at all. But Enterprising Lady, the winner of that race, came back to win. She's finding an easier bunch today, and I think that's all she needs to wake her up.
I think she's coming back to doing what she does best, and that's sprinting last time out. Made a little bit of a middle move. Couldn't sustain at the mile distance. But Kieran, you're looking at this drop stand. We talked about it earlier. Right. 38% over the last 6 months when dropping 50% or more. The 2-back try, My Magician, came back to run a 68. That kind of figure, she was close enough to that horse, is going to be good. Is she going to get enough speed, though, to set it up? This is a horse they claimed for 32, ran big in that stakes, hasn't come close to running that race back. Maybe this drop will get it done for Bohem de Lave. But I like Celebrity Star, the 5 stand. I think Lone Lick of Life, another one, hasn't won in a while, but ran up front and close to Shauna Alexander, who took a lot of play when running here in a 2 other than. There's not a ton of speed. Maybe Trevor can get this horse out clear, get her in about 2 or 3 path, little cat and mouse game, save some for late and hold on.
All right, well, you get a nice price there for the Alberto Plaza trained celebrity star here. Gets Trevor McCarthy, so a barn you haven't heard much of, and you get the leading rider, Trevor McCarthy, so you have to take note of that there, and you have the horse on top, so I might have overlooked that one, but I'll try to key around Bohemi Delabi there in the race. Tango Delta I'll throw in the mix, a two-time winner here at Laurel Park. This horse also on the drop for Jerry Rod, Brian Pedrosa aboard, but this horse been running against better company at Charlestown and here at Laurel Park. See if he can get back in good form. She can get back in good form today on the drop.
Has won a couple races at Laurel Park. Has a couple live horses. Robin Pedrosa. Barn trying to get on track, though.
Right.
Maybe this drop, Tango Delta running for her lowest level. Lake Ponce train the next out winner. Only -2 back out with Big Daddy came back. He's been beaten for a nickel twice. So do what you want with Tango Delta. I'm going to try to beat her, but she runs at mid-60s. She'll be in the mix. But I think Celebrity Star might be able to sneak away and take them gate to wire.
All right, let's turn the page. I know you like the late pick 4 today. It starts off with a nice upper level allowance race, optional claiming 32,000 here in race 6. Nice allowance co-feature of the day, going 6 furlongs to kick off the late pick 4. Keith has a ticket here. Let's check it out.
Yeah, late pick 4, $60 ticket. I just think it's a tough little sequence. 3 deep to get it started. Power Nap, the one just came in here and rolled. Last time out for trainer Thomas Morley, Fergal Lynch right back. We'll go 3 deeps to start it. 1-5-7, spreading in race 7. Danny, my boy, the question mark. If he runs back to his most recent race, it's over. But took off of a hot trainer, holds the level. Some question marks abound for Danny, my boy. We're going to go 4 deep there. 2 deep in the 8th. I really like Parade of Nations and Spinelli keying off of those 2. And we're going to go deep in the last 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. $60 ticket. It will pay decent.
The multi-race wagers yesterday, all the multi-race wagers yesterday, the early pick 5, both pick 5s, and especially the late pick 4 had a bunch of money in there in these multi-race wagers. I think those are one of our most popular bets here, especially the late pick 4. And what a nice upper level allowance race this is here. My best bet of the day, the old reliable horse from Claudio Gonzalez barn, Stolen Love, an 8-time winner here at Laurel Park. This 7-year-old guy's made over 300,000, and he's in good form right now. Look at that win last out. He was in for the tag last time. He won by 3, 86 buyer. He's finally in for the 2 other than allowance condition today, so they're trying to hold on to this 7-year-old who's in top form right now. Carrasco was aboard last time. He's back aboard today, breaking from the outside. He'll be able to, Carrasco will absolutely be able to control this race from start to finish on the outside. He has enough speed to go right to the front, or he can just stalk on the outside and wink into everybody to his inside.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to stalk, Stan. He got away softer fractions last time. 24-1, 47-3. I know it was contested. There was 3 or 4 horses up on the lead. He is 0 for 7 at the distance, but he's sharp for him, and the key that they're not having him back in for a tag might be an indicator. He's going to lay forward, probably track the speed. You've got Colonel Sharp. The 4 is going to go blistering out there. Risky guy will chase Bethel Wildcat. I'm going to take him on top, riding the Grand Motion train with another nice winner yesterday, Tickle Pink. How good was she, Stan?
Wow.
Going to be able to see if he can transfer the form off the layoff, off of a sloppy track to a fast track. I think he can. Really held on well. Good internals last time was Gutsy over Lanier, who we've seen come back to run big figures. Bethel Wildcat from Orner just off the pace.
And we both like the one Power Nap. Fergal Lynch going to have to navigate a good trip from the inside, but that was a sharp win last out against first level allowance company. Now stepping up a bit here. So a nice allowance feature to kick off the late pick 4. We get back to a wide open nickel here, 4 and up. Nickel race yesterday. One of our biggest handle of the day was a beaten nickel. So we'll see. Looking forward to this open nickel here for 4-year-olds and upward, going 7 furlongs, scratch to 1. Okay, lefty is scratched. I'll go with the 8 on top here. Danny, my boy, in top form here for trainer Scott Lake, a 4-time winner from 6 starts here at Laurel Park, including his last race against Beaten Nickel Company, going a mile. The 2nd and 3rd place finishers in that race would come back to win. So Danny, my boy, in good form, was claimed by Lake last time. We know how deadly Lake is off the claim, so I love the outside post here on the 8, Danny, my boy.
Yeah, my big question for him is, I'm going to use him on top. This is a move Lake has done in the past. I mean, this is how he won at a high percentage for a long, long time, claiming, holding, waiting the time, and running back at the level. Gets out of that, 2 and 6 months, wins right through the conditions is Danny, my boy. But the question mark, did Annette Eubanks have the whole card for this horse?
Yeah.
He's never really run like that. I'm going to try one shot back, a little cat and mouse game, a little mind game maybe being played by trainer Scott Lake. But he had plenty of run, kind of moved well in hand around the turn to beat Similar. He inhaled Greek God a couple races back. let's use Danny, my boy. I don't think the 7 furlongs is going to be an issue on top. Colony Strike right there. He's in good form for Schoenthal. Greek God is going to be the pace setter. You've got to run him down for Maldonado.
All right, I like it. 8-3 Cold Exacta there for the open nickel there in race 7. Race 8, another nice allowance race, co-feature of the day here for straight 3-year-olds. First level allowance race, optional, claiming 50,000, going 5.5 furlongs. And let's see, I'm going to go on the outside here with the 6 on top. Wind Cries from the Red Hot Cal Lynch barn. His main rider, Trevor McCarthy, is aboard. This 3-year-old son of Mad Flatter, coming out of a state-bred allowance race last out up there at Penn National. Went to the front, a decent third. That was on an off track. This horse 0 for 2 on an off track. I'm excited to see him today getting back to a fast track.
A little race. Wind Cries with some speed. He's going to probably be joined with Marty with the party. It's going to be, I think it's going to be honest up top. Acting Tiz even from the outside should be quick stand. But I like Spinelli.
I think we have a video here on Spinelli.
Yeah,
It's the first time gelding today here.
That's what we want to lead into. Spinelli last time was claimed for 25,000. Let's watch the video, guys. We can roll it. Was right there pressing the issue in between horses. Marty with the party to the rail. Z Supreme, who we saw come back to win on a drop. You know, was getting hustled along, drops back a little bit off of it, gives up a couple lengths around the turn. Marty with the party went clear. They went on honest pace, 23-1 on that racetrack, 46-4. This horse looks like he's all done. As the winner comes up the rail, big slick. I think that was Gina Rosenthal maybe off the claim. But Spinelli comes back, shifts out, makes another good run on his correct lead. I think he continues well to the wire. Interesting move. Ham Smith, guys, hasn't claimed the horse, if formulator is correct, in just over 2 years.
Right.
He reaches in, claims this horse for 25,000, bumps to 50. First time gelding, goes off of Cal Lynch. And guys, trainers have had some okay luck. Claiming off Cal Lynch the last couple of years, 5 for 21 on dirt sprints. That's 24% with an ROI of $4.54. So they got rid of him. Ham Smith, something that he liked about this horse. He jumps in. I think he sits a stalking trip and gets it done.
And I love the first time gelding at Angle. Hammy Smith, always dangerous around here. He gets his main jock, Alex Centron, aboard. They're a solid 24% with a nice positive ROI together. So I respect all that. I'll use the 5 in the exact, the 6-5 for me. Then I'll throw the 1 into the trifecta here. Parade Nations, first off the claim for Phil Schoenthal. Could be a nice claim here. They're putting the blinkers on this 3-year-old son of Cal Nation, who was in good form for Bernie Houghton, a decent third against Open 25 last time, was the beaten favored. See if the blinkers maybe steps this horse up a little bit.
It's been a move that's been working. Schoenthal, as we talked about with the 3-year-olds, has been on a roll. This horse has been around a little bit spotty in those mile races, kind of not completely focused. Maybe the blinkers get it done for him. I don't think this is a terrible raising class. His horse had speed when he won his debut back at Pimlico. I like him turning back in distance, adding the blinkers. I like those two maybe running as a team, Spinelli and Parade of Nations. I'm going to also throw Liar's Dice into the mix, second off the claim. Good encouraging effort first off the claim for trainer Damon Dildovico.
All right, nice allowance feature there in race 8 for 3-year-olds to kick off the late double. Let's take a look here. Race 9, a few scratches. Take out the 1, 2, and the 9 here from to this afternoon's finale. We're going 5.5 furlongs, claiming 10,000. Philly Mares 2 life, and I'll go to the outside here with the 7. Pardon Tories French, Robin Graham, and Katie Davis. They did it yesterday at a big price in the opener, and I like this horse here. Just got beat ahead at this level last time, coming from off the pace. They'll be coming from off the pace once again today. They had a wide trip last time. This horse in good form, I think, gets the job done today here with Katie Davis aboard.
Like I said, I think this race you could punch almost the all button. A real head scratcher. I don't think Anthem Singer's going to jump up and beat us, but you know, she might. This race is brutally tough to get through. I go with Smart Alex. First off the claim for trainer Dorothy Wharton. Was rated back well off the pace last time and took the very wide trip. This horse has a little bit more tactical speed. Boy stays. I like the move up in class. A decent work at Pimlico, 36-3. Gonna have some speed to run that Baby Distancer. Crazy Bernice, Katie's Caddy will all kind of be up close. Smart Alex, a little bit of a price play here in the last.
And you have to root for Smart Alex, a Maryland bred #1. The horse is owned by Wasabi Venture Stable LLC. This is the first horse they've ever run, so we have new owners in the game. We love that, so best of luck here with your first runner, Wasabi Ventures. And they get Dorothy Wharton as the trainer, and Dorothy Wharton, the former assistant trainer to one of our all-time favorites. He's down in Florida right now, Amigo.
Oh, yeah.
Carlos Garcia. Dorothy Wharton was one of the assistants distance for Carlos Garcia, who was a top trainer around here. So Dorothy Wharton from Virginia with the new owner, so you have to root for the team here on the 6 Smart Alex, and you're getting a decent price.
Yeah, I think the horse to beat is Katie's Caddy, but what does she stand? She's 1 for 17.
Yeah.
She doesn't have to necessarily get the lead either. She can maybe stalk in this race, turning back at 5.5, make a little bit of move, get clear. Is she going to get softened up late, or is she going to soften up late? I don't know. I'm going to use her in the mix, but a little better price play with Smart Alex at 6.
All right, nice carryover today in that Rainbow Pick 6, almost 20,000. Get your tickets ready. It starts in race 4. Dave Rodman, he'll be coming up here next. We'll have today's scratches and changes. First race post time, 12:30. Good luck.
Good luck.